Did you know that a common squirrel can remember the location of up to 10,000 buried nuts? Meanwhile, 78% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck and can't save even $10 a month. But wait, what if I told you the problem isn't you? It's that nobody ever taught you to think like a squirrel. Picture this. You're walking through the park and you encounter a giant squirrel. Not a regular squirrel, but one the size of a person. And it's doing something fascinating. Burying nuts. Hundreds of them, methodically, obsessively, while you're holding your empty wallet, watching the last few dollars slip through your fingers. The giant squirrel looks at you and says, "You know what your problem is, human? You overcomplicate everything." And then it picks up a golden, shiny nut and holds it above its head. Savings, it says, is just this, a nut you don't eat now. There, that's the simplest, the most honest definition of savings you'll ever hear. It's money you decide not to spend today. It's not investing, it's not a financial product, it's literally, I have it, but I won't use it now. The squirrel then does something that should be obvious, but that 8 out of 10 Americans don't do. It buries the nuts before eating, not after, before. You humans do everything backwards, it laughs. You spend first, try to save what's left. Spoiler, there's never anything left. And here comes the painful part. The squirrel takes its nut abacus and shows, if you earn 100 nuts a month, you need to bury 20 first. Not 5, not 10, 20. Yeah, I know. It hurts just to hear it. But you know what hurts more? Getting to winter with 0 nuts buried. But squirrel, you ask, what about temptations? The giant squirrel sighs. Suddenly, enormous smartphones start floating around it. Notifications blinking. Sale, 70% off. Credit cards fly around like predatory birds. Temptations, it murmurs, protecting its nuts. You created predators that we squirrels never had to face. The secret? The squirrel takes a crystal ball and shows winter coming. Snow, cold, scarcity. I don't save because I'm disciplined. I save because I know winter exists. You humans, you live in an eternal mental summer. And then comes the most genius trick. The squirrel buries its nuts and deliberately turns its back. I can't spend what I can't see, it winks. You leave money in your checking account and act surprised when it disappears. It's like leaving nuts on the table with 50 other hungry squirrels around. Time passes. You return to the park years later. The squirrel, now older and wiser, stands next to a huge tree. Remember that first nut I buried? It smiles. It became this. The tree is loaded with nuts. More nuts sprout from the ground around it. Savings isn't about getting rich. It's about planting trees you'll thank yourself for in the future. But what if I have nothing to save, you ask? The squirrel holds a single tiny nut in one paw and an empty bag in the other. What's better, one nut or no nuts? The answer's obvious. Start with one nut, one. Bury it. Tomorrow, try 2. The final lesson comes when other squirrels appear with gold-covered nuts studded with diamonds. The giant squirrel pushes them away. Real savings doesn't need to be sophisticated. It doesn't need advisory fees, management costs, or promises of returns. It just needs to exist. And then, on a cold winter night, you see the squirrel sleeping peacefully on top of its mountain of nuts. The snow falls, but it smiles. Not because it's rich, but because it's secure. The truth is that savings isn't about math. It's about sleeping peacefully, knowing that winter can come. And in the next video, I'll show you how an ant can carry 50 times its own weight, and how that explains why your money seems to weigh so much when it's time to invest. Spoiler, the problem isn't the weight, it's how you're carrying it.